Have you ever thought about what the most valuable key you own is? It's probably not the key to your house or your car. It's something you use every single day, something you carry everywhere. It's your phone number. And today, we're going to talk about a crime called SIM swap fraud, where a thief can steal that number and use it to walk right through your digital front door. More importantly, we're going to show you exactly how to stop them.
The central, terrifying truth about modern digital security is that your actual bank account password doesn't matter if criminals can gain control of your phone number. Just let that sink in for a moment. All those complicated passwords you've created, all the security questions you've set up, they can all be made completely irrelevant. This isn't about some super hacker guessing your password. No, this is a quiet, clever attack that just sidesteps all of your main defenses. It's why this scam is one of the most dangerous threats out there right now.
And this is the important part, this is an entirely preventable crime. So in this explainer, we're going to give you the full playbook for your defense. First, we'll talk about why that strong password you have isn't the fortress you think it is. Then we'll break down exactly how scammers pull this off. We'll help you start thinking about your phone number in a new way as the master key to your entire digital life. After that, we'll lay out a simple two-part plan to lock it down for good. And we'll finish up by showing you how to really take back control, leaving you with one single action you can take as soon as this is over.
All right, so let's start with an idea that's been drilled into us for decades, that a strong, unique password is our best line of defense online. It feels like the absolute bedrock of digital security, right? But what we're about to look at is a silent vulnerability, a way for attackers to get in that has nothing to do with guessing your password at all. For years, we've all followed the rules. Make passwords long, use numbers and symbols, don't write them down. And look, that is still really good advice. Think of it like building a huge, strong front gate for your digital fortress. You feel safe behind it. But what good is that massive gate if there's an unlocked side door that everyone's forgotten about? See, criminals aren't wasting their time trying to break down your gate anymore. Why bother when they can just get a new key? And that's exactly what happens when they steal the one thing that can reset almost any password you have, your phone number.
So, to really protect ourselves, we have to understand how the attack actually works. And you might be surprised. This isn't some high-tech movie scene with green code flying down a screen. This is about psychology. The real danger of this digital heist is that it's shockingly simple, and it targets the weakest link in any security system. Us, human being.
Okay, so what is SIM swap fraud? Well, at its heart, it's a type of identity theft. A scammer gets a hold of some of your personal information, and then they call your cell phone provider, Verizon, AT&T, whoever you use, and they pretend to be you. Their whole goal is to convince that customer service agent to move your phone number off of the SIM card that's in your phone and onto a brand new one that the scammer is holding. As soon as that happens, they own your number. So this is the basic playbook, and it's a lot simpler than you'd think. First, they gather your info. They can get this from anywhere. Old data breaches, things you've posted on social media, or from tricking you with a phishing email. They just need a few key details. Then comes the crucial step. They trick your carrier. This is all about something called social engineering. The scammer calls customer service and spins a story. They might say something like, "Hi, I'm so sorry, I'm having a terrible day, I just dropped my phone and it's totally broken. I just got a new one and I really need to get my number working on it right away. Can you help me out?" They sound believable, maybe a little frantic, and they're banking on the fact that the customer service rep wants to be helpful. The rep asks some security questions, the scammer provides the answers they already found, and just like that, the third step happens. They hijack your number. The transfer is approved. Your phone suddenly loses its connection, and the scammer's phone lights up with your number. Digitally speaking, they are now you.
So why do they want your number so badly? What's the big prize? It's because your phone number is the key to the single weakest link in most of our security setups. That little verification code you get by text message. You know what I'm talking about. You go to log in somewhere and it says, "We'll text a code to your phone to make sure it's you." It was created to be an extra layer of security, two-factor authentication, and a while ago it was a pretty good idea, but now it's a huge, glaring vulnerability. Because when the scammer controls your phone number, that security feature now works for them. Your bank, trying to be helpful, is now texting the keys to your kingdom directly to the thief.
And this is what's so terrifying. The very second your phone loses service, the race is on. The hacker goes straight for the high-value targets: your email, your crypto accounts, and of course your bank. They hit forgot password, get the text message with the reset code, and they're in. They start moving money immediately. It can all be drained in just a few minutes, often before you've even figured out what's going on.
Okay, now that we understand the threat, I want to shift gears and focus on the single most important idea in this entire explainer. It's a fundamental change in how you need to think about that number you use to make calls. It's not just a phone number anymore. It's something much more powerful.
Your phone number is your master key. Simple as that. It's the key that unlocks your email account. And once a criminal has your email, well, they can get into almost everything else. Amazon, social media, and most importantly, your financial accounts. The whole scam is built on this one idea. If you control the number, you control the person's digital life. So our entire defense has to be about one thing: protecting that master key at all costs.
So how do we protect it? We build a better lock, a modern two-part lock. The first part is what I call the carrier lock. This is a special PIN you set up with your phone company, and it's required before anyone can make big changes to your account, like moving your number. The second part is the MFA Upgrade. This means we stop using those vulnerable text message codes and switch to using a dedicated Authenticator app on our phone instead. These two things, working together, create an incredibly strong shield.
All right, so let's turn all this theory into a simple, practical plan. I'm going to walk you through the exact steps you need to take. And you don't need to be a tech wizard to do any of this. It's just about being a little proactive. This is how you take your control back.
First, let's talk a little more about that MFA upgrade. This slide shows the difference perfectly. On the left, you've got the old way, SMS verification. The code gets sent as a plain old text message. If a criminal has your number, they get your code. Simple. But on the right, you have an Authenticator app. Think Google Authenticator, or Microsoft Authenticator, or Authy. These apps generate those 6-digit codes inside the app itself. The codes never travel across the phone network. They are tied to your physical phone, so even if a scammer manages to steal your phone number, it's useless to them. They can't get the codes because the codes aren't being sent anywhere.
Okay, so here's your 4-step action plan. Number 1, and this is the big one, set your carrier PIN. You need to call your mobile provider and ask them to add a port-out PIN or a number transfer PIN to your account. This stops that social engineering trick dead in its tracks. Number 2, switch your most important accounts, I'm talking bank, email, financial apps, over to using an Authenticator app for that second factor of security. Number 3, your main email account is a master key too. Protect it with that same Authenticator app. And finally, number 4, you have to know the single most important warning sign.
So I want you to just take a second and really imagine this. You're going about your day, you glance at your phone, and up in the corner it says no service or SOS only. What's your first thought? Probably just, bad reception here. But what if it's something more? An unexpected and sudden loss of cell service is the #1 red flag that a SIM swap is happening right now. This is a true financial emergency. Don't waste time rebooting your phone. Don't try to figure it out yourself. You need to find another phone, a friend's, a coworker's, a landline, and you need to call your bank's fraud department immediately. Tell them you think you're a victim of a SIM swap and to freeze everything. Every second matters. I know that all sounds pretty scary, but I really want to shift our focus now to a more hopeful and empowering message. Because this whole nightmare scenario, as bad as it is completely and totally preventable. The power here isn't with the criminal, it's with you. And that's the beautiful irony of this whole thing. We're talking about what feels like a very high-tech crime, right? But the solution is wonderfully low-tech. You don't need to be a cybersecurity genius. Your strongest defense is a simple phone call to your carrier and changing a few settings in your apps. It just goes to show you, you don't need to be an expert to be safe. You just need to be prepared.
And that's really the bottom line here. When you take these straightforward steps to lock down your phone number, you're doing so much more than just that. You're effectively building a firewall around your entire digital life. You're protecting your savings, your personal data, and honestly, your peace of mind. You are securing your digital identity.
Okay, we have covered a lot. We've talked about the threat, how it works, and the plan to defend against it. Now it's time to boil it all down to the one thing you need to do to turn all this knowledge into real protection.
If you walk away with nothing else from this, please remember this. The carrier PIN is the deadbolt on the door to your phone number, and upgrading to an Authenticator app makes those stolen text codes completely worthless. Together, these two things are your essential shield. They're what stands between a scammer and your financial life.
So I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to offer you a simple challenge. Sometime this week, just find 15 minutes, that's all it takes. Use that time to call your mobile carrier and ask them to set up that port-out security PIN. That one single action will make you a much harder target. It is the most effective step you can possibly take. In the end, this is really all about turning awareness into action.
We've seen how the SIM swap attack is designed to exploit the weakness of text message verification, a system that we were all told was safe but is now being used against us. But the most empowering thing to remember is that we have the tools to fight back. Remember your two-part shield. That carrier pin is your first line of defense. It's the powerful no that stops a scammer in their tracks. And the Authenticator app is your security upgrade. It bypasses the SMS vulnerability entirely. So the thought I want to leave you with is this. Informed action today is what safeguards your future. By taking these small, simple steps, you are protecting your digital identity from the silent threat, and you're ensuring that your future stays yours.